Hello, everybody. Good morning to our Wednesday class. I feel like I haven't been here for ages, so I'm really glad to be back on our class all together. I always enjoy coming, even though I can't see you, I always enjoy coming here and sharing a practice with you. I feel lovely energy through those ether waves out there. And we've got the lovely Basti on the chat. So if you've got any questions or you're wondering if you've missed something and you want to know what's going on, or perhaps you've got a niggle or something going on for yourself and you want to ask a question, pop it in the chat and hopefully Basti can answer for you. Oh, lovely. Lots of people here already. Cumbria and Gloucestershire. Hello, everybody. All right, so to begin with, I'm just going to share some slides. So we've worked our way through the elements, and right at the beginning of this set of classes this year, we connected to the CV, the conception vessel, on the front of the body. And to finish with these sessions, we've started to connect in with the governing vessel. So the last few weeks, I think you've been doing the governing vessel, and our point of the week is the governing vessel. On the governing vessel, I should say. So I'm going to share the slides here. So here we are, our microcosmic orbit, which comes in underneath at the perineum, and the governing vessel zips all the way up the front and rests at the top of the lip here, and the conception vessel, the CV, runs from underneath the bottom lip and then all the way down to meet underneath again. And we've got this lovely circular microcosmic orbit of energy moving around us all the time. I'll whiz these slides along. Hello everyone, if you've just joined. No picture. I've got it working at this end. Basti, maybe you can see a picture. If you can't see a picture, log off and log back on again. Sorry if it's a bother. Thanks, Basti, you've already done it. So here we are. I also wanted to tie in with the microcosmic orbit, our Chong Mai in Chinese medicine, or the chakras in Indian medicine. So these energetic planes that move through the front of the spine and then around in our microcosmic orbit. So we're going to join these two together, and I've got a lovely meditation to do at the end that connects in with all the chakras and ends up on our crown chakra at the top, and that's where our point of the week is. Hello everybody. Okay, I'm just going to whiz through. So we've done this lovely point. I think Basti did this one. GV26 and CV22, the ones either top and bottom of the mouth. Then we looked at the third eye, and today we're moving up to GV, governing vessel 20, right on the top of the head, right where I've got all my hair placed. So we'll sort that point and come to it a little bit later. So I'm going to stop sharing for now because I want us to connect in with how we're doing, and then we're going to find our point of the week. All right. How are we all doing? Few strange things, no slides. Hopefully logging out and coming back in will definitely help. So we will do a little scan and checking in with how we're doing and make an energetic picture or words. So if you want to, of course you don't have to, pen and pencil or paper at the ready. So as I usually start, if we come to sitting, you might want to sit on a chair. I prefer to sit on a bolster and have the hips nice and easy. Got my legs relaxed. I'm just going to check in with my shoulders, just rolling the shoulders. You might want to take the arms up and have a yawn, stretching out, rearranging the spine, and the head and the neck. Really getting comfortable in our bodies, whether we're sat on the floor or on a chair. Wonderful. All right. And settling the hands either on the tops of the legs, or today, how is it if we place one hand on top of the other, just below the belly button on our dantian, our center, our lower hara here. Easy elbows. And if you feel comfortable too, we're just gently closing our eyes, making sure the sacrum's dropping towards the ground. The spine is easy. Letting go of the shoulders and the elbows, and the head and neck can just gently float up towards the sky. We've got a natural, easy breath. We don't have to change anything or force anything. We're just going to scan through our body, tuning in to see how we're doing. We're going to start at the top of the head, so just above the head, tuning into this area here. Maybe it feels just perfect, or it's glowing. Maybe you feel a little squashed or a little too expanded. Maybe there's nothing to note. And then coming down to the top of the head, noticing how the skull feels and the skin. Drawing our attention down to the face, how our eyes feel, nose, cheeks, mouth and ears. Easy breath. Checking and focusing on the back of the head, into the occipital ridge, that lovely bit where our spine comes in, where the skull's resting on the top of the vertebrae. I'm just going to draw down the throat and neck, just noticing how things are onto the top of the shoulder girdle, the collarbone, scapula, tips of the shoulders. Just going to draw down the arms, noticing how our upper arms feel, the muscles and bones, into the elbow joint, down the forearms, into the wrists, hands, thumbs and fingertips. I'm just going to draw our energy back up to where we left off at the collarbone, the top of the shoulder girdle here, where our ribs help hold the heart and lungs. So we're just noticing how our lovely rib cage feels with the scapula floating on the back. All the muscles in between the ribs. And of course our spine, so we connected in with it at the top of the head, about the level of the ears, just tracing the spine and the ribs all the way down the body. Front, side and back, maybe noticing how the lungs and the heart feels, all the organs and guts, drawing down the spine into the lumbar, into the sacrum, all the way to the tailbone. How do the hips feel, the pelvic floor or pelvic bowl, and all the muscles around the belly. Tuning into the hip sockets, the femur bones, drawing down the upper legs, noticing how the muscles feel, the flesh feels. Into the knees, just noticing. Perhaps there isn't anything, and that's okay. Drawing down the legs, noticing how the lower legs feel in the calves and the skin, to the ankles, and then into the feet where we've got loads of bones, muscles, tendons and ligaments. All the way to the heels and the tips of our toes. And even though we're sitting, we're just going to focus a little bit deeper into the space below us. into the ground. So we've got space above and below us in our auric egg, this space around us. We know when someone's in it and they're too close. So just focusing on that lovely earth feeling, our earth star. Just noticing how that feels. Okay. And if there's anything that kind of really stuck out for you, and maybe it felt good, doesn't have to need some work to notice it. And if you want to, in your mind's eye or on a piece of paper, we're just going to draw or write anything that particularly kind of took your fancy or that you really noticed. And you can draw yourself, or maybe it's some shapes or some words. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Okay, you can take your time with that. All right, I'm going to come a little bit closer. Hope you're all doing all right. Great. Oh, nice. People from all over the world. That's nice, isn't it? Genevieve and Vienna. All right, here's my strange picture for you to have a look at this morning. So belly area feels fine. I need a little bit more grounding. Feels a bit empty. Left shoulder isn't too happy. And I've got this strange kind of, not sicky, but like need to clear the throat. And the top, just above my head, oops, wrong way, just above my head here feels a bit like a little cloud. So it'd be nice to allow that to clear. So that's my energetic drawing. We'll check in with our images and thoughts later on and seeing if they've changed or not. I'll put that to one side. All right, so whilst I'm here at the computer, I'm gonna find, here we are. I'm gonna share a poll with you. I know I don't usually do many polls, so I thought let's do one today. How are you coping? How are you doing? Are you okay? Are you doing really well? Are you neutral and not really sure? Are you stressed or are you very stressed? So just popping in your answers there. It really doesn't matter if you don't want to share it. Don't mind at all. All right. Okay. All right. 47% of you are stressed, 33% neutral, and then 20% of you are okay. So, okay, it's kind of split between okay and neutral and stressed. So we're going to hopefully by 11 bring all the stress down so that we all feel okay. I'll do my best to help us all. Don't worry, I've also been feeling a bit stressed recently. But that's it, we'll be all right, you know? Okay. And then, where's the other one? Okay. We're going to tune into our scan. Where it is, there it is. So our energetic picture. So I was just making sure I got the right poll up. So I'm going to pop a poll up saying which best describes your scan. So I'm going to share that now. There it is. So did you feel well balanced? Are you blocked and obstructed, weak and tired, hot and agitated, or cold and frozen? And if none of those quite work for you, those words, you're very welcome to pop how you're doing in the chat. Okay, block and obstructed. I think I'd go for that one today too. All right. How are we doing? All right. Okay, so 50% of you are blocked and obstructed, 31% weak or tired, 13% hot or agitated, and one of you feels cold or frozen. All right. Well, with that in mind, I was going to do something else to begin with, but because we've got, definitely tired, Basti, Hopefully after this class you'll be feeling a little bit more energized and invigorated in a gentle way. I was going to come and do some stuff sitting, but do you know what? I feel with the majority of us being blocked and obstructed, if you're tired, go gently. Anytime you want to rest, please do. So we'll come up to standing. Yeah, have a good standing, and we're just going to have a free form of what you need to do. Maybe you need to rearrange, open the shoulders, drop the elbows, move the feet and knees, have a little wiggle, a yawn and a shake, ooh, or maybe just gently stretching. Oh, excuse me, yawning my head off. All right. Just a little free form of movement, and then we're just gently going to pad the feet in the ground. So allowing yawn and a popped here, it seems. So allowing the toes to find the ground and really imagining we're dipping them into like warm sand on the most glorious Barbados beach. Not that I've been, but or Bahamas, somewhere warm and beautiful. Into this gorgeous warm sand, allowing the heels to drop down. And there's a gentle breeze, and we might be by this gorgeous sea that's sparkling and turquoise. Let's use our imagination today. I'm in sunny Norwich, which is nice, but I'm going to imagine I'm in Barbados or somewhere. All right. So imagining something yummy and the earth, the sand, or something warm and yummy underneath our feet. Wonderful. All right. So from here, we're just going to plant the feet, spreading them in an easy parallel. Really doesn't have to be wide or narrow. Do whatever feels good for the hips. And we're just going to take the hips for a little circle around, allowing our pelvic bowl to gently move around, kind of oiling the hips and pelvic bowl. Easy knees and ankles. Wonderful. Easy breath. And then we're going to change direction with the circles. And it's all right if one way feels easier than the other. Gently does it. That's great. Then we're going to make these circles smaller and smaller until we spiral all the way in, just to allow the pelvis to rest on the tops of the legs. Great. Gently taking our time to just stand on our legs, allowing the pelvis to settle and the belly to rest. So sometimes when we're standing, we're constantly drawing the belly in. How is it to just rest the belly for now? We can really release the belly. And then how is it to roll each shoulder forward and backwards? So alternating the shoulders, allowing the head and neck to go with the movement. We've got easy ankles and knees, and the ribs are gently coming with us as well. Taking your time. You can do much smaller movements if that feels nicer, if we're tired and we don't want to be really moving the shoulders. You might be tired, blocked and agitated, so maybe feeling what movement and pace feels just right for you. And we've still got our feet planted in that gorgeous sand, and the sea is sparkling in front of us. It's a gentle breeze. Lovely. And then releasing the shoulders. Wonderful. And then from here, we're just going to take the head to look from one side to the other. So we're not forcing anything. If the neck, especially our sternocleidomastoid, these two lovely muscles that come from the base of the skull down to the sternum, if these start pulling or kind of gripping and it's hard for your head to move, keep the angle much shallower, like 45 degrees is totally fine to look from one side to the other. It's more about oiling the joint of the vertebrae at the ear level, right at the top. Gently oiling that out. Easy breath. Wonderful. And then bringing the head back to the center, we're just going to gently tuck the chin towards the chest, opening the back of the neck a little. And then imagining our ears are like wheels, and we're wheeling the head around the ears to look up towards the sky. So we're not collapsing in the throat, we've got loads of space around the back of the neck, imagining someone's just holding the head. And then again, wheeling around the ears where the vertebrae sits, or the head sits on the spine. And then again, wheeling around the ears. So we gently open the face towards the sky. Maybe that gorgeous sunshine on the beach. Or wherever you are, somewhere warm and nourishing. Just do once more, opening the face to the sun. And then drawing the chin back down. All right, so from here, how is it just to bring the face back to the center? Got our feet in the sand. We're just going to place the hands in front of us and gently do some circling movements. Doesn't matter what it looks like, and it doesn't matter if your hands are facing upwards or downwards. We're just allowing the fingers to circle and spiral. And uncurl, open and curl again into the palms of the hands. Allowing the breath to settle and sort itself out into the wrists. Gently allowing the synovial fluid around all the joints, into the elbows, into the forearm, upper arms. Done the forearms. Lovely. Into the shoulders. It really doesn't matter what it looks like, even if it's tiny. You might imagine the way we've walked into the sea and we're at waist height and we're just washing ourselves with this gorgeous sparkling water. And it's drawing in. We've still got our feet nicely on the warm sand. Everything's sparkly, nourishing and warm. Undoing the shoulders, the ribs might want to start to join in, so a little bit more free form. Spiraling, you might want to curl forwards and open, allowing the arms to float to the sky, releasing the head and neck, uncurling. Allowing the movement to gently undo. Great. Just do a little bit more wiggling. Wonderful. All right, and then releasing the arms to the sides of the body. Before we come to tapping, I actually love it when Basti does point of the week twice. So before we come to tapping, you guys can stay standing if you want to. I'm going to find that point of the week. All right. I think everyone's doing all right on the class. Okay. So, on the chat, I mean. Great. Here we are. So you can stay standing or you might want to come a little closer. So I'm actually going to move my hair so I can actually get to point of the week. Done it far too high. All right. Governing vessel 20. So, other name for it is 100 meetings right on the top. So 5 sun, posterior to the anterior hairline. So sun is our own thumb width. From the hairline at the back, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of almost on the top, slightly to the back, not quite on the top of the crown, slightly back. So you can see in this image here, we go from the ear and draw a little line, and that's where we meet our governing vessel 20. It's wonderful. It helps the connection with bladder, gallbladder, the triple heater, or here it says energizer, our liver channels, and connects in with the point of our seat of marrow, which is in at the back of the neck on one of the other points on the governing vessel. I'm going to read a little bit whilst we connect in, so we can stay sitting nice and easy through the hips. You might want to use both hands or just the one. Sometimes it's nice to hold the back of the head. Let me stop this so we can do this standing. Sometimes it's nice to hold the back of the head and with the fingertips, so we're not quite on the top of the head. We want to go slightly further back. Mine's here. Just gently pressing ever so gently down. If your scalp's a bit sore, we want to go a little easier. We're just imagining these gorgeous sun rays drawing into the top of the head. Easy breath. So as you're doing that, you can rest your arm and come back again. Thank you, Basti. Yes, tip of the ears. Get your little pixie ears, draw a line up, and you'll find it this way. That's a nice way of finding it. In our lovely book, 100 Meetings, it is the Sea of Marrow point, intersecting point of the bladder channel on our governing vessel. The image is that the name refers to this point's location on the vertex of the head and the yang pole of our body, and its influence on the various channels which meet here. In Indian philosophy, this point is known as the 1,000-petal lotus, and the 7th or crown chakra, wheel or circle of energy, and it's suggesting a similar understanding of the energies located at the top of the head. And I'm going to do a meditation right at the end, which connects in with our wonderful lotus crown chakra. The functions are that it benefits and clears the brain, calms our mind, and revives consciousness. All right, so spreading our liver qi, so it subdues liver yang. So if we're getting hot-headed, frustrated, a little bit angry or blocked, this point is going to be really great for that. What else does it do? It warms the yang. So if we're feeling cold and frozen or tired and weak, this one's really great for warming us up as well. And it stabilizes our lower orifices. I know it's on the top of the head, but this is where the connection of our microcosmic orbit comes in. We can treat a point here for our lower orifices in the pelvic bowl. Wonderful, I love this. So it regulates and tonifies the qi and basically calms anything going on or blockages in the lower part of our microcosmic orbit in the pelvic bowl. All right, I'm going to come up to standing again, because whether you're standing or sitting, this is where I left you here. So we're connecting in with our not gallbladder, why am I getting this in my head? Governing vessel 20, wonderful. And then if we've got the hands still there, we're just going to gently release them. All right, and we're going to come to doe in. We're going to come and tap round all the channels. So we've worked this lovely point right at the top of the head. So from here, if we just gently tap, imagining lovely heavy raindrops, more like a warm rain shower, all the way around the head, back of the head, round the sides, round the ears, and then coming to the front of the head, round the eyebrows, either side of the eyebrows, onto the tops of the cheeks, opening the mouth so we can tap round the jaw, on the chin, wonderful. Back round the ears, and then either side of the spine underneath, all the way to the base of our shoulder girdle. Going at the pressure that suits you. You might want to be a little more gentle, or perhaps something more vigorous today. And then coming round the front onto the collarbone, and we're just going to gently brush, not tap down the throat. This movement's really good for the lymphatic system to drain, so stroking down from the face, down the throat, very gently on top of, to the top of the chest, and then calming back to tapping. You might want to stay stroking and brushing, but coming back to tapping, if that feels okay, fingertips across the chest. If you want to and you feel like it needs a good movement and sedation, you can use a loose fist across the chest. But for me today, I'm going to use fingertips. Yes, much more gentle today. So doing what feels good. We're going to open up one arm. We're going to tap down the inside edge all the way to the thumb. That's our lovely lung channel. Turning over, up the index finger. Breathing in the good stuff and letting go of what we don't need. Down the thumb. Up the index finger, up to the top of the shoulder. Wonderful. Let's do one more. Really making sure it's nice and easy. Free flow of Qi in the body. Onto the chest again. Oh yeah, don't worry if you're yawning like me. It's good, it's the lungs are equalizing and sorting themselves out, and we'll do the same the other side. So we're tapping down inside edge to the thumb, the lung channel coming up the index finger, our large intestine, up to the top of the shoulder and back round again. Go at the speed that feels good for you and the pressure. Great. Let's do one more if that feels all right. Wonderful. And then we can come back to the top of the chest. Here we're going to connect in with our CV channel. So gentle, gentle fingertips, pressure all the way down the sternum, our central conception vessel, underneath where the ribs sit, very gently here. This can be very sensitive. Solar plexus chakra to the belly button, into the dantian, very gently. Wonderful. And then from here, we're going to go, not going underneath, we're going to go around the hips. So tracing the hip line, so from the dantian, which is very gently tapping out round our girdle vessel, another special vessel channel here. Tapping a couple of times. I'm going to turn around for you. We're going to come and tap to the top of the hips here and into the sacroiliac joint where the sacrum meets the sides of the hips. I'm going to use the index finger and thumb side of the hand rather than fingertips. So gently tapping in here. And then if it feels all right, how is it to just gently work upwards? So I'm going to release my head forwards and tapping either side of the spine. There's a lovely point here through the governing vessel, our Ming Men. Again, changing the pressure. For me, this one feels like it could do with a bit more strength. So tapping all the way back down into the sacrum. And again, we're not going to go underneath. We're going to tap round the tops of the hips again. Wonderful. I'll turn back round again. Oh, now we're going to tap down the fronts of the legs, the front outside of the legs, and then up the inside. We're going to connect in with stomach and spleen. So tapping down either side of the legs. On the outside, release the head and the neck all the way to the little second toe. And then coming up the inside edge of the big toe into the ankles, up the front edge here. Wonderful. Let's do this one again. Down the front edge into stomach. Along the shins to the second toe, and then calming up the big toe side, inside edge of the legs. And then this last time, How is it? I'll turn sideways. We're going to soften the knees and the hips. How is it? We're going to go down, right down the midline of the legs, back of the legs into bladder. We're going to come up the inside legs, much more inner thigh. Okay, connecting in with kidney and bladder. So we're gently tapping all the way down the backs of the legs. Soften the knees if you want to. Into the thighs, all the way to the little toes. Thinking about our kidney 1 underneath the feet. And then coming up right up the inside edge. Wonderful. Should we do it once more? You don't have to, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Down the back to the legs. To the little toes. Thinking of kidney 1. And then tapping all the way up the inside. Wonderful. And then we're going to place the hands. You might want to circle them a bit. Placing the hands on our dantian again. Lovely. And then just resting them there. We've got our feet spread in the ground, maybe in that lovely warm sand. Ankles are easy, knees are easy, hips are easy. Shoulders are resting, spines growing up towards the sky, and the head's just floating. And the space and warmth and vitality at the top of the head. It's wonderful space above our crown chakra. Wonderful. Just going to check to see how we're doing. I think we're all good. Plenty in the chat. Thank you. Yes. Yes, we are going to help lift us up. You're right, Basti. Okay, so from here, we're going to connect in with the earth and heavens Qi Gong form. If you want to do it sitting, you can as well. And then we're going to gently wind down, find point of the week, and then connect back in, as we always do, into kidney 1, because it's always important to find that point where we're grounded, our bubbling spring. So that lovely warm water energy bubbling up through the body. So we can have a gentle crown chakra. All right. I'll talk us through it really gently and slowly, and then we can begin to move the form a little quicker. So shake the legs out. We've done lots of standing today. Rest whenever you want to. If you're feeling really tired and you just want to lie down, I really don't blame you. So shaking the feet out. All right. So we're going to start with the hands facing our dantian, and we're going to use our microcosmic orbit front and back, connecting in to our our earth and the heavens channel. I've got my words today. Earth energy and heavens energy through our microcosmic orbit. All right, I got there in the end. I think I need to work on this one to help stimulate my brain a bit. Okay, so fingertips pointing towards our dantian, just below the belly button, and we're off the body here, all right? Lovely, and the feet are nice and spread in the ground. Heels are resting, ankles are easy, knees are easy. Shoulders are resting as well. And the jaws relaxed. Great. So from here, we're going to connect down to the down to the earth's energy. Maybe I should stop talking and just do it. So drawing the hands so the palms face the ground. Lovely. Finding that lovely sense of a warm, nourishing earth. And then we're going to gently draw the hands down towards the ground to wherever's comfortable. I'll turn a little bit more sideways. Softening the knees and the hips. You don't have to go all the way over. If just hanging out here feels good for you today, please do. Relaxed head, and then drop the fingertips, and we're drawing round the earth. You might want to do it a couple of times, drawing round. And then we're gathering that beautiful, earthly, warm, nourishing energy up the legs, still off the body, inside of the legs. Wonderful. And then this is where it zips in. So we're coming through the pelvis, to the dantian, belly button. We're coming through the conception vessel to our heart chakra. Great. We're going to gently open the arms out just to wherever's comfortable. Maybe today you don't want to go all the way. I think I'm going to stick here. Gently opening that heart center and then opening the palms to the sky. We're going to draw the hands all the way up to the heavens energy or the cosmos or whatever deity that resonates for us. Oh, and then we're going to circle around the heavens, Qi, once or twice. Golden sunshine. And then we're going to draw it down to that beautiful point that we found, our governing vessel 20, pouring the fingertips down onto that beautiful point. And we're going to allow the hands to go around the back of the head, coming underneath the jaw to the throat at the front. And then drawing the hands down the rest of the conception vessel back to the dantian. And we go around again, hands facing the ground. We're going to draw downwards, meet the earth, wherever feels comfortable. Even if we're here and we're just thinking earth, we don't have to go all the way down to whatever feels good for you. Drawing around that beautiful earth energy. It's quite delicious today. And then drawing this beautiful energy all the way at the inside legs. Taking your time up the conception vessel to the heart center. And then very gently opening the hands like a scroll to wherever feels comfortable. Might not want to go all the way. I kind of feel here feels good. That's enough for me today. Yours might be bigger or smaller and it's okay. And we're going to turn the palms up towards the sky, drawing around that beautiful heavens energy, the sun, the cosmos, God, whatever deity that is for you. And then drawing that beautiful, rich energy into that lovely point of the week, our governing vessel 20. And then the fingertips around the back of the head, under the skull, jaw, throat. Well, there we are. That strange sticky feeling I had in the throat's clearing. Needed some heavens energy, and then drawing down the front again. So I'm going to stop talking and go a little slower with the movement, and then anytime you want to rest or go a little bit quicker or stay in a place that feels good, please do. So I'll just start us off, hands drawing down to the ground, folding over to wherever feels comfortable, circling round the earth energy. All right, I'll leave my voice out so you can really connect in with what feels good for you. So if you want to go a little quicker and allow the form to be a bit freer, please do. Maybe there's a place that just feels so good to stay for a moment or two longer. So it's like pick the fruits, it's harvest time. So this is where we can enjoy the fruits that we're giving to ourselves. So it might be that the earth energy feels good and you want to stay down here, or drawing up. Maybe it's the knees need a bit of attention. So let's pick those fruits for yourself, wherever it's at. You can be a little looser with the form. Go at whatever speed feels good for you. You can let in a different movement, maybe brushing away off the body still, or gathering it in. All right. And then we're just going to do one more where we just slow it down again, taking our time to really enjoy these gorgeous energies drawing into our microcosmic orbit. Wonderful. So the next time we find the heavens energy, drawing it down through the head, into the heart. And then we're just going to rest the hands down to face the ground. Lovely. If you want to, you can either shake the arms and legs out or gather in that energy to the belly or down to yen, or a little bit of both. Wonderful. Great. Have a little wiggle. Lovely. So we're going to come to sitting. You might want to come to a chair or on the floor. I'm going to find our lovely kidney 1 points. How's everyone doing now? Nice. Nothing much in the chat. Wonderful. So getting comfortable on the chair, and we're just going to take a hold of one foot. And you might just want to give it a rub or a bit of a squeeze and say hello to our wonderful feet. Into the heel a bit. We have to excuse me. There's lots of clearing in my throat and head, so yawning's helping. Do you know, I always thought that at school, if I yawned, I don't know about you, but I was sent out to do a lap round the yard. Not nice. Little did they know I wasn't actually bored. So that sometimes when you yawn, you're equalizing out and getting rid of stale air in your lungs. So I really don't mind if you're yawning right now. That's great. I'm not going to make you do a lap around the yard. All right, so finding our wonderful kidney 1 point, we know where it is. Second and third toe metatarsal underneath the ball of the foot. You can do fingertips in there, or you might want to connect in with the thumb. Easy spine, easy head and neck, gently connecting in that beautiful point. If that's sore or tender, place the palm of your hand over the point and send some energy in. Lovely. So we're connecting from the top of the head all the way to the soles of our feet. Lots of clearing. Wonderful. All right, and then we're going to release that foot down and we're going to find the other one. Taking hold of it, you might want to rub it or squeeze it. Say hello to the other foot. Doesn't matter what it feels like, as in, or what you're doing. Just moving the foot, giving it some attention. And then the same as the other side, we're going to find that kidney 1 point, second and third metatarsal underneath the sole of the ball of the foot, using fingertips or thumbs, or maybe just placing the palm of the hand, the center of the palm of the hand over the point, and sending some beautiful Qi into the soles of our feet. They do so much for us, so it's really nice to give them some thanks and be grateful for them. Lovely. Okay. And then we're just going to release the feet. You might want to give them a little bit of a wiggle. Nice. And then as we're sitting, whether we're on the chair or on the floor, again, we're going to place our hands on the dantian. You might want to close your eyes. We're just checking in to see how we're doing. Maybe the thought of how we first started, and my strange little image down there. Do we feel the same? Has anything changed? It's okay if it hasn't. Wow, this is much better. I hope for you all that things are clearing and shifting as well. But it's okay if it hasn't. Easy breath. Lovely. So from here, if you want to stay sitting, please do. If you want to come to lying down, I also welcome you to do that. Yeah, everything's really cleared. Great. I'm going to come to a meditation, and it does include voice and sound. You might want to have the sound in your head and not or vam it out. I'll say the words and the sounds for us, and we're connecting in with all the chakras in the body and finishing on our beautiful crown chakra at the top. So I'm going to come to sitting on the floor. You might want to stay on the chair, which is completely fine. So we're going to find that lovely governing vessel, connecting in with our crown chakra at the top. I hope everyone's doing all right. Great. So get nice and comfortable. I'm sitting on a bolster, making sure our hips and knees are comfortable. I'm going to read through this lovely meditation for us. We're just gently going to focus on our breath to begin with. Take your time to get comfortable. We don't have to get there straight away. Checking our shoulders, sternum. Maybe you need to keep yawning. So just do what feels good for you to settle in the body. Lovely. We're just going to focus in on the breath just for a moment. Just noticing where it is in the body, where it sits. We're not forcing anything or necessarily changing anything. Just seeing where the breath is. Lovely. I'm going to read from my really lovely book about teaching yoga by Mark Stevens, and he connects in with the chakras so beautifully. It's a very traditional meditation and sound visualization for us to do. So we're just allowing our awareness to settle into a natural flow of breath, not forcing anything. And ever so gently, more consciously, we're going to ground through our sitting bones. We can bring more awareness to the floor of our pelvis. So feeling with each breath a gentle deepening, a sense of stability and rootedness. Watching the breath. With each exhale, there's a word and sound that we can say to ourselves or out loud, lam, L-A-M, lam. We'll do this a few times. So as we breathe in, breathing out and saying lam. Lam. We'll keep this going in our mind's eye. Perhaps you want to keep saying it out loud. And visualizing the vibrations of this silent sound, or slightly louder, it's stirring upwards to release energy and drawing the energy of the earth into our pelvic floor. And staying with a very gentle, natural breath, we're bringing our awareness to the center of our pelvis, opening our imagination to the deep reservoir, creativity resting in our chakra, in the belly. And with each of our exhales, this time the word is VAM, V-A-M, V-A-M. And whilst we visualize or say that word, it's stimulating our creative juices. Feel the richness of that creativity deepened with each sound, VAM. Just saying it in your mind's eye, just allowing that to rest a little bit more. We're starting to draw our awareness into the center of our belly, finding the rest in our Manipura chakra. And with each of the 5 exhales, or 3, actually we're doing 3, we're going to say the word RAM, R-A-M. And this sound and vibration is sparking the fire of willful consciousness that opens you to easy laughter and joyfulness. So RAM, R-A-M. You can say it in your mind or out loud. Ram. Ram. And staying with the breath, maybe keeping it in your mind's eye, Ram, or continuing a couple more to yourself. We're going to draw the attention all the way up to our spiritual heart center, tapping into that feeling of love that you are in your essence, connected with the breath. Each time we exhale, we're going to say the word hum, H-A-M, hum. And this vibration opens your heart to the light and wisdom that pulsates there along with each beat of your heart. So hum, hum. Staying with that vibration, perhaps you're doing a few more for yourself. Each breath, there's a sense of the love that you are radiating from your heart chakra, all through and around you. Very gently, we're drawing our awareness, our light and love, our innate wisdom, all the way up to our throat chakra. Imagining that every word arising from the love and wisdom of your heart, following the breath The sound this time again is VAM, V-A-M. We're going to visualize that this sound and vibration emanating from our throat chakra, creating a peaceful resonance with all the other sounds in the universe. It is 11. I'm going to keep going so we get to our crown chakra. Stay with me if we want to keep resonating all the way up. So VAM. Keeping that gorgeous VAM vibration through the throat. I'm going to draw our energy all the way up through. Last week I think we connected in with our third eye chakra. Like we're gently opening our inner visual landscape. Just rearranging my book. So it's the purity of light, and with each exhale the word is Qi-sham. K-E-S-H-A-M. Qi-sham. And we're going to visualize this sound opens our third eye chakra to clear awareness and self of our connection with the whole universe. Qi-sham. 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 Keeping that lovely visualization all the way to the top of our head, drawing your awareness to rest more gently in your breath. Feeling the sense of blissfulness as energy rises effortlessly from your root chakra all the way through the body to our crown. And we're going to visualize our crown chakra head opening like 1,000 lotus, 1,000 petal lotus flower. And our crown chakra is expanding the light of your whole being. Stay with the breath, completing in this moment of blissfulness, gently drawing from the root chakra all the way to the crown, our beautiful governing vessel 20, 100 meetings or 1,000 petal lotus flower. Breathing out, and these petals gently uncurl and open to the sun. Easy breath. You can keep your eyes closed if that feels okay. Just coming back to ourselves a little bit more. Allowing these things to rest and be gentle. You might remember where we started. All that throat chakra for me really cleared nicely. Perhaps it was something else for you, your spine or chest. And I'm just going to come and see how you're all doing. I'm going to find the poll. How are you doing now? Here we are. I'm just going to share that with you so we can finish. I'm almost done, Cliff. Sorry. Cliff's got some clients. I'm running over by a little bit. In the chat, I'm going to read the words for you very quickly before I get kicked out the room. Lamb, root chakra, L-A-M. The next one into the belly is V-A-M, VAM. The next one after that is RAM, R-A-M in the solar plexus. Heart center is HAM, HAM. Throat chakra, VAM again, VAM. AM. Third eye is Kesham, KESHAM, and then our petaled lotus on the top of their head. Thank you for bearing with me with my words today. It didn't come so clearly. I'm going to skedaddle. Cliff's got a client. Thank you all for coming. I hope that was all right for you. Wonderful. About the same or more balanced. Have a beautiful rest of your week. Apologies for going over. Thank you so much, Basti, for being in the chat and helping me with that. I'm going to close this up and wish you all a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye. See you.